We're going in depth tonight. A story we have been looking into: supply chain issues affecting local florists and your ability to find your favorite flowers this Valentine's Day. But what about local farms who grow flowers here in the upstate? We sat down with them today to see how they're trying to step up and make it through this shortage. Well, it's something local farmers say they normally never have to worry about, since February has always been really out of season for them, and they don't contribute those flowers for Valentine's Day.
But those who we talked to today say the pandemic has, well, it's changed everything, like everything else in the world. Fox Carolina's Matt Koufax live outside the Swamp Rabbit Cafe and Grocery in Greenville to break down what he learned.
Well, Cody, Tori, normally all the flowers you would find at a shop like this time of year would be imported from other countries, other places around the world. But to combat supply shortages and sort of the economic demands that have really changed during this time period, local farms have started blooming earlier than ever, just in time for the 14th.
One of the reasons I got into it was that I learned that 80% of all of the flowers that are purchased in the United States are imported from South America and other places. And I thought, wow, we need more local flower farmers.
Debbie Wright is in her 5th year as owner of Fieldstone Flower Farm.
I've always loved growing things.
She says for 3 years it was business as usual, but the pandemic and subsequent supply shortage have changed the game and the economics of it all.
It's definitely driven the prices up on everything. For example, dahlia tubers have increased 66%. There's also been shortages. We've all struggled finding seeds.
It's forced her to find a workaround.
By planting flowers in the fall, the corms, I'm able to get a few things in time for Valentine's Day.
Wright says she would have never thought to do this before, but demand for locally grown flowers has gone up the past 2 years.
We're providing an opportunity so that they can look to the local flower farmers.
She believes on the other side of all this is a local movement that's been created, transforming things for the better.
Americans, and especially right here in Greenville, are just really supporting the local flower business. We have all been just blown away by the number of people buying local flowers.
Of course, Wright's February bouquets still have to make it to the shelf once they're clipped.
And she's one of the only flower farmers that grows flowers in the winter. So we usually get some really nice, beautiful anemone bouquets from her.
Mark Kennedy with the Swamp Rabbit Trail and Grocery says buying local flowers this time of year is still only a recent phenomenon for their business, but they're all for it.
We deal with about 300 local farmers and vendors here. And so it's very important to keep those small farms and traditions alive.
He says they try to pay their local vendors well so that everyone, including customers, thrive.
It helps us and helps them at the same time. So it's just a very good relationship. Get them now because they sell fast.
Now, Wright tells me that a lot of other local farmers are starting to do, or at least consider doing, what she does, planting those flowers in the fall so that some of them can bloom in time for Valentine's Day. She says the upstate flower community is really a tight-knit one. There's about 30 local flower farms here in the upstate alone. That's something that I did not know today, but apparently a lot of them, like I said, starting to do things like this, buying locally sourced Valentine's Day flowers. She says the perfect way to circulate love this time of year right here in the local community. In Greenville, Matt Koufax, Fox Carolina, the 11 o'clock news.